All right, let yourself be present and present enough to listen to your higher self. It's been something I've been trying to do for the last couple of weeks, especially the last couple of days. And what I mean by this is listening to myself, so being quiet with myself. Um, and I think in being quiet with yourself, so actually listening to your thoughts and taking the time to actually listen to what you need, there's a lot of self-love in that, you know, because if you do the things what you think, and if you listen to those things, if you act upon those thoughts, then you are doing what you're saying you're gonna do to yourself. That will create some kind of energy, some kind of self-love around you. So I think it's really important. And you can also listen to your higher self, so what your higher self needs. Of course, there will come thoughts in your head like, okay, I had this bad situation going on, or this bad moment happened where I made a fault and stuff like that, you know. Failures, they will come in your mind as thoughts, but you should know that you can't change thoughts. You can only bring in new ones, right? So you can't change the thought of you doing like a fault in the past, and you can't just delete that thought. You can try and bring something new in, think of that thought more, but I recommend to just let those thoughts be, because your higher self wants those thoughts to be in your head, you know, they're there for some reason. I think once you listen long enough, your head will actually come up with ideas, because one of the main things that we have that animals and other creatures and anything doesn't have is a brain. You know? Yeah, of course they have a brain, but like our brain is crazy, it's smart. I think our brain is our superpower, so why would we not use it to the maximum capacity, you know? Why would we not use it the way it's supposed to be used? Like you see all these philosophers, this made me think. I'm getting into philosophy a little bit, and you only hear about those philosophers that are like really old, you know, that died like before Christ and stuff like that in Greece. And like, why are they so thoughtful and stuff? And like in this day and age, you don't basically hear no philosophists. Of course, there are some. I think Alex Hormozy, someone that I should be really grateful for, but also if I look at him and compare him to the other philosophers, there's one thing that stands out, and that they just do what they do. They don't listen to any necessary stuff. They just think. They just are. They don't. They just are with themselves, you know. Like Alex Hormozy, he doesn't listen much to music, only when he works, and I think I took that upon him, or from him. I got that tip from him, and I am, trying that for myself now as well. I've noticed that when I don't listen to music, I'm just listening to my thoughts and being quiet with myself, being present enough and quiet enough to actually listen to myself, and that really helps. Because music is always like connected to a certain emotion, right? Like places, people, and music, all kinds of stuff can be mixed with certain emotions. And I think, of course, places and people, you don't have access to that all the time, but music you do. So I think music will bring in a lot of past memories, a lot of past thoughts that you don't even want in your head, but you're just listening to it because it makes you so comfortable. And I'm noticing that with myself as well. Like when I brush my teeth, I would rather listen to music, but when I actually think about it, what is the intention? Why do I want to listen to music? Most of the time it's just to have something in my ear, you know, to just listen to something, even though I could also listen to my thoughts. And my thoughts are way more valuable than the music, right? So next time, instead of, listening to music, watching Netflix, watching YouTube, well, you do something that doesn't take much thought of your brain. Do nothing. Don't listen to any music, and just listen to your thoughts, listen to your brain, because your brain will tell you what you need to do. You will also get new ideas, because thinking more and more of one thing will get you further into that thing, right? What you put your energy into is what you become. What you put your thought into, is where energy flows. So basically, it's what you think about, you will become. Right? So what you think about, that's where energy flows. So basically, if you think about your past, and if you feel that by listening to the music, that forms a memory from the past, then you will live in the past. You will bring energy to that past. But we want to live in the future. But I think the main reason for that is because we're comfortable with the past, because we know what happened, and in the future you don't know what's gonna happen. But I think that's what the future makes it so exciting, because you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, yeah, life is just great, and like a lot could happen from right now, like in a month. It's crazy. And also to be more present and to be more quiet, live with intention, like I said, see why you're doing certain stuff. Like I'm making these videos, of course, because I want to share my thoughts and just, I don't know, maybe make a YouTube channel out of it, like I'm doing right now, but like bigger. But the main goal is for me to better understand it, and I think to better understand something, you need to teach someone, or need to tell it. And the more you, or that's also the best way to teach something to yourself, is to teach it to others. Even if you don't understand, you'll get more thoughts upon it. And yeah, I have noticed like during work that listening to music really helps me, especially if it has like one rhythm, like house music. I can just work a lot. But when I don't need music, then I shouldn't listen to music, So yeah, also if you want to be more present and you're having a hard time to do that, you can listen and feel what is around you. And by listening, I don't mean music, and by feeling, I don't mean yourself, but I mean the outer world, right? The stuff around you, like, okay, this thing, my AirPods, just feel it, alright? You actually think of it like, damn, what the hell? I have AirPods here, there's a plant, it's crazy. And you will also become more present with your intentions, right? So it's basically all a big cycle, like intentions, being present, and being quiet. But it all starts with being quiet, right? If you're quiet enough, then you can hear your thoughts, the thoughts your higher self puts into your head, that your higher self thinks are valuable enough to think about. Then you become more present, right? Because you are listening to the thoughts that you have in your head right now. You're not listening to the future, to the past, you're listening to you right now, you're present. And that will make basically your mind so clear that you can live with a clear intention. And I think that intention is everything. Because like if we do everything with a good intention, or like intention to strive towards our goals, then yeah, then we will basically always get closer to that goal. And that's what we all want, getting closer to our goals, fulfilling our purpose, and living a happy life. And for me, happiness comes from a point of achieving stuff, but also from within, doing the stuff that I need to do, and that I'm talking about. And I think that comes from a point of being quiet enough that you can hear yourself. Because then your head just comes up with ideas of what you can do to achieve that. And then you can also start to feel the energy around you. Because I think meditation helps a lot with that, at least for me. Because we have a lot of energy in our body, but it's right now it's kind of made for survival, because we're always in fear and stuff like that. And to release that, you could use some meditation, like breathing techniques, or just being quiet with yourself and listening. And meditation is not letting your thoughts, not trying to think of nothing. Like, you don't want to do that. You just want to be. You just want to let it be. Listen. You don't need to dismiss any thoughts. You don't need to put anything away. You just let it be. Just like with the thoughts in your normal life, with your past thoughts. If your higher self puts those past thoughts in your head, they're there for a reason. Maybe there's a lesson that you didn't learn yet, that you didn't see. So when you get new thoughts in your head, just know that they're there for a reason. I noticed it with business ideas. Like, I have a lot of business ideas, but I have a hard time acting upon them. And I realize, like, a lot of times when that business idea pops up in my head again, then I know that like, my higher self just wants me to work on it. Like, it just... But if you have like bad memories, don't think like, okay, my higher self wants me to act upon that. No, it's just your higher self wants you to remind me maybe of what a good time you had. But you always need to see it with the glasses of being positive, I think. Because if you look at it with negativeness, you can put everything in a negative sense, but you want to put in the positive sense, not like, okay, the world is all green, that everything is good, always positive, always happy. No, you want to be realistic, like what am I getting this thought for? But if the thought is from the present and is with a bad memory, you can also just let your emotions out. I think there's no harm in that, you know, especially as a boy. As a man, sometimes it's hard to let your emotions out, but I feel like that's what makes a man. It's just that he is him, that he's the real him, and real people cry, right? It's not cool to like not cry. I feel like people are cool, or I like a lot of people when they actually do stuff for their inner self, you know, and crying is one of that. You're kind of rinsing your thoughts, your body. But you don't want to feel that emotion of sadness by listening to music, baby. Sad music. You just want to be. So I think the main thing is just be. Just be yourself right now. I'm noticing right now as well that I'm like so quiet in my mind that I can't think of stuff in the past that has happened. I can only think of the right now and the future a little bit. I think that's the best. We want to be present, so in the right now, and a little bit in the future. Because you want to do stuff for your future self. But you want to never, ever, ever think about the past self of yourself like so much. And if you notice that you're doing that, then become more present, either by listening to meditation, doing some meditation, 5 minutes daily, 10 minutes daily, I don't care, just try to get used to it. Just sitting there and listening, be quiet, right? Listen to a thought, listen to a sound, just be you. Or you could also do it with no music, just try and listen to no music at all for a certain amount of days. And I feel like if music is kind of your comfortable state of being, then you'll get uncomfortable. But after you have been through that uncomfortableness of not listening to music at all, then you can be comfortable with not listening to it. So yeah, that's a really good thing, I think. Yeah, listen and feel to what is around you. But most importantly, just be. Right, I think enough said. Be.